Queen's Radio.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's Murray at the mic here today. I've got a little special episode for you. Now, I know I normally do countries every week, as you all know, but I thought let's have a little change. We're still gonna talk about culture, but it's pop culture and films. Woo! Because I think it's only right for me to give some opinions on certain movies and just give you all a little bit of detail. As a film student, drama student, so on and so forth. But don't worry, I have a couple of interesting things that even I need to try and figure out with myself. So we can do that together. So, for today's agenda, I have prepared us the most successful movies of 2024. And now, 2024, we had loads of movies. Now, some of these I have never heard in my life, and you'll understand why. I'm not horrible. I do know my movies. I'm a film student. I need to know the latest movies coming out. But right, so as I wonder if you can even guess, I did not think this movie was the highest in the box office. I did not think. But, Pixar, Disney, they had to get their money somewhere because, they were kind of flunking the past few years. Yeah, it's not a great decade in the way for Disney. But, as you can probably guess from me saying Pixar, Disney, we have Inside Out 2 as the number one successful movie from the box office. I honestly, I went to watch that movie, and personally, someone who struggles currently and struggled a lot growing up with anxiety, it definitely hits like in certain places. Now, I went to watch this with my little sister. Don't tell no one, guys. It's just secret between me and you. You know that thing where it's like you want to go and watch like a kids movie because it was your whole childhood, but you don't want to make it obvious because technically you're an adult and therefore it is weird if you don't have a kid with you. So luckily for me, yes, my sister is 13, but she looks like a kid. So it just worked out for the best of us. Now, my sister, she 13, you're starting to become an actual teenager, starting to learn different responsibilities, blah blah blah, all the same gibberish that we get to hear when we're growing up. And so during that movie, I didn't cry, I nearly did, but I could tell that my sister was like confused in some places, and it just really showed me how like the movie you watch, and depending on how you feel emotionally to it is dependent on your experiences. Like, probably, right? If I was 13 years old, and had watched Inside Out 2, I probably would have, like, I probably wouldn't have thought much of a big deal of it. I probably thought, oh, anxiety, that looks decent. Like, there's no real pressure in being good. School is just school. I think Inside Out 2 really did reflect your teenage, like at least, I would say your whole entire teenage years. Though I was just a wee bit in with it because like Riley had just started feeling all this in one big go. Whilst for most of us, it's like day by day for like years and years. So yeah, no, I did read about them having a series on Disney Plus. I don't know how that's going. Someone needs to update me. So if you know about that, please do tell me on the comments. Honestly, I would love to know. But I don't know how Inside Out would be as a series. I don't know. I think like you took this long to make a movie. even though I can understand that creative mindset that they purposely took this long to release Inside Out too, so that the generation that grew up watching the first one, they were grown up enough to sort of relate to current Riley, which I find honestly very powerful for like a kids movie. Like it's so deep, and it was, I loved it. I honestly did. I love the movie like itself in general, and all the obstacles she has to face with. But anyway, let's move on. So at number 2, we have, I you know what? There was no other way that this movie, it had to be number 2. Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, yous might kill me. I actually haven't watched it. I know I'm baffled myself. I should have ran when I heard Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds were gonna do a movie. I should have ran to the cinema, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Look, I know it was over summer. I don't know what I was doing. You know what? I know what I was doing. My best friend, she forced me to go watch It Ends With Us. And I have very certain opinions on that movie. And I know that my certain opinions would take far too long to just talk about in general. So we're going to move on from that. But I will happily enough do a review on It Ends With Us. I know the movie's late and everything. And but I'm happy enough to do it because in my head I still remember a good bit of it. But Deadpool and Wolverine were number 2 most successful movies in 2024. Honestly, I love the way how they used NSYNC. I actually loved NSYNC when I was little. Backstreet Boys were like, but NSYNC was like my thing. I don't know what is up. I didn't even like, as in, like, the way that girls would fan over, like, One Direction because of, like, the guys and they're, like, good looking. No, I didn't have that. I just liked the songs in general and just the dance moves. That was me. But third, of course, it had to be Wicked, which I'm happy enough. I am super happy to announce, if you haven't heard, that Wicked surpassed Mamma Mia last year, I believe, towards December, middle of December, end of December, well, middle to end of December, where they had surpassed the box office for Mamma Mia. Now, I'm a big musical theatre fan. I've become one, and Mamma Mia is huge, and I mean huge, and literally, it's so huge that it was one of the movies that I had to watch for my film module last semester. That is how, like, big in the industry it is. And to have Wicked surpass that. Applause to the director. Applause to the whole class. I want to watch that movie twice because I loved it so much. And on that note, I'll make it quick. But on that note, I know the way how everyone is obsessed with Defying Gravity, but I think, in my opinion, The Wizard and I needs to have much more credit than Defying Gravity. Now, I get that Defying Gravity is meant, like, is in your, Alphaba is finally freeing herself, she's taking control, and Galinda, she goes away, all that sort of stuff happens. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Don't want to spoil anything for you. But The Wizard and I, it literally, Cynthia nailed that role. She just simply nailed it. And that's just the thing about having a great cast, that since she's already like a Broadway star, she nailed The Wizard and I. It is literally like the most theatrical, like, belt moment of all time. And I've never heard, I didn't hear The Wizard and I until I went to watch it. And I didn't want to spoil myself too much when I went to watch it, because I knew all the popular songs. I knew Popular, I knew What's This Feeling, Defying Gravity. Those were the 3 main that I knew. I went to watch the movie, I loved it. Spent the rest of my days listening to the whole entire soundtrack. It was great. So, number 4, we have Moana 2. And I actually did go watch this. I went to watch this with my little sister, and it was actually really nice. Though like as in, I felt I felt Moana 2 wasn't as great as it should have been. Cause like I know Lin-Manuel Miranda, amazing songwriter, amazing director. I love Hamilton. I love Tick Tick Boom. If no one's watched Tick Tick Boom, go watch it. It is one oh my days. It's a brilliant movie to the point that it does not get enough credit for. It is amazing, and of course, it's starring Andrew Garfield. Another good reason you should probably start watching it. But I love Lin Manuel Miranda. He makes his songs so like to the heart. Like in like the first movie of Moana, you like as in I loved every song entirely. Whilst for the second one, it was like I will be honest, I heard the song Beyond by itself and I hated it. I was like, oh, it was like a bit for me. But but then I went to watch it and I was like, oh okay, I like it now. I'm the type of person where I don't tend to like the song first. I tend to like it takes me a while to actually start liking it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think it's because I hear so many types of music that I'm like, oh, it's whatever. Oh, what's this? But I didn't understand Beyond until I watched the movie, and then I started liking it. But I will say that I don't know Maui in the movie. He was just so like as in he was there for like I don't know what did he have 10-15 minutes of screen time and then it was like goodbye. And then his song wasn't, I didn't feel like his song was like actually him, you know. It just wanted to like as in it wasn't a bad movie, but I wouldn't say it was better than the first one. Then I'll name the others because I actually haven't watched these others. So Despicable Me 4, I haven't watched it, but I find it hilarious that Gray has a son and that he's ginger. I find that hilarious. Beetlejuice. I've heard so many things about this, and I was wanting to go watch it. I didn't end up going watching it. I know. Dune Part 2. I didn't watch it. Twisters. I remember seeing the trailer, and I don't know why. I just thought it was like another action movie, just like another, like, yeah. I know I'm a bit critical when it comes to trailers. Like it needs to fit my genre. It needs to fit my genre so I can actually like go watch it. But you know, I'm open to trying new genres. I'm open to like try new things. I just need people to go with me because I kind of feel awkward if I just go by myself. You know what? If anyone in the Queen's department, anyone in Queen's is willing, like as in if you need a pal to go watch movies, this is your sign, okay? Go to my Instagram and DM me and I will go with you. Who knows? I could be your forever friend. You could be my forever friend. So, moving on. Then there was Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Honestly, I kind of went on YouTube and just like spoiled the movie for me, for myself. I don't know what was going on in my head. I just simply thought, do I really want to go watch it? My sister did want to go watch it, but I got kind of lazy. And like I know it was during winter break. But I don't know. I went to the cinema too many times. I just needed a break. Oh, by the way, I also did watch Paddington 3. I nearly did cry at that movie. All the Paddington movies, they're so, I think it's like for the ones who are always like far from home or far from family, get like homesick easily. I definitely felt that, like personally. But anyway, Paddington's not on the list, unfortunately. Now, this last one here surprised me a lot. Um, Mufasa, the Lion King. What? Like, simply, what? I did not think that movie was gonna do good. I genuinely did not think it was gonna do good. Like, in the box office, it made over 206 million dollars in the box office. To me, that's mental. To me, that's absolutely mental. I didn't think, you know, I didn't think I would like that would have been good. Though I don't know how to feel about the song. The one. Oh my god, it's from. It's like one of the songs from the movie, and it's like I was once a brother. I know that was poorly sung. We ignore that. But I don't know. I think I think it's funny, but at the same time weird. But I kind of like it and I hate it at the same time. I don't know. It's just something. I think it's because I haven't watched the actual movie, and I don't know. Like as in watching the live action of it, I don't know, wears me out a wee bit. Like I like watching the cartoon, and I will forever watch the cartoon. Um, right, we're gonna move on to the worst movies of 2024. And I will tell you right now, I have not heard any of these movies. I searched them up, and they were like the first things that came up, and I was like, I've not heard. I have not. No, I've not even saw like the trailer. Nothing. I will mispronounce at least one of these, but anyway. Number one, the worst one was Pullman, and it was directed by Chris Pine, which my producer Jody, love ya, told me an actor and how actors, some actors are born to act, not direct. Please, some of you just stay where you are. Just like, is acting not good enough for you? You know what? I know that like some like in stories as well, some like actors tend to make stories and then put themselves in it as like the lead because like they keep rejecting the roles because it's not good enough for them. I don't know. Actors are weird. What can I say? I did a bit of acting too, but we have weird things. That's fine. Let me see. So apparently, the film was criticized for its incoherent plot and lackluster execution. In other words, it was bad. Like, I'm sorry, Pullman. Yes. I'm sorry, that title alone, all I could think about is like some guy trying to clean the pool and like I don't know, the water sucks him in or something. I don't know. But like, I don't know. I have not heard this movie. But anyway, there's another movie called Rumors, and it's about politics and how like it feels and whatever, and says that the narrative is like dull. That's what people have said. I don't know. I've never heard this movie, and then I can't pronounce it, but Reagan, Reagan. I could pronounce that wrong. I'm bilingual. I will pronounce half of these wrong. But apparently, you see my producer Jody, she knows that one, and she said she saw it, and she said it was bad, and I'm like, I've never heard of this movie. Then we have Madam Web, which when I read the description, I found it hilarious because it's meant to be a superhero film that was deemed the worst addition to Sony's Superman universe due to its poor storytelling and uninspired performances. I can't help myself. Like Madam Web. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what people think at all. I will never know what people think. But some of these people just need to stop thinking. And then we have Imaginary, which is apparently a horror film. I would have thought Imaginary would have been the title to like a child's cartoon game. No, not game, movie. Ugh. It would be like a title for, yeah, basically that. And I would never have guessed it to be a horror movie. Ever. Ever. In my whole entire life. But that is what we have. Now, I have also, now, we all know that the Oscars are coming up. And I don't know about you, I don't tend to watch the Oscars. I tend to just watch the categories that I actually care about. And that's kind of it. But I think since I'm a film student, I should really pay attention more. Who knows? But, like, it just shows that, like, even if you're, like, a film student or a drama student, whatever, and, like, you have the Golden Globes, you have the VMAs, you have the Oscars, like, you don't have to watch them all. Most of the time, I watch the outfits and just, like, look at the red carpet and be like, yeah, who did this great, and blah, blah, blah. But, anyway, I'm just gonna go with some potential nominees, what's actually being predicted. Because although the Oscars are approaching, we were meant to get the official list on January 17th, and that's the second time they've delayed it. Like, hello, Academy, what are you doing? Get the list for us. We are dying to know. But here are the predicted, these are the predicted, like, nominees. So we have Best Picture, we have Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Brazilian movie, by the way, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. So those are the nominees that we're predicting for the Best Picture. Then we have Best Director, would be Sean Baker for Anora, Brady Corbett for The Brutalist, James Mangold? Ooh, for A Complete Unknown, Jackie Aldrade for Emilia Perez, and Coralie Fargit for The Substance. I am so sorry if I pronounce these names wrong. I will get these wrong. Ooh, then we have the Best Actress. This is, like, probably the one category all of us tend to just see who won. But for Best Actress, we have Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. Duh. Carla Sofia Gaston? I nearly said Gaston for a second. It would have been funny, though. For Emilia Perez, Mikey Madison for Anora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. She is a Brazilian actress. Little detail there. She's a Brazilian actress. She won the first ever Golden Globe. And I remember when she won, Brazil literally exploded because they were like, right, she's gotta take this home. Because it was like, I think, because her mom, I didn't know this lady was her mom. But she is, and I can't remember her mom's name now. Oh, so embarrassing. But basically, she was nominated, like, in the 90s at the time, and there hasn't been, like, a Brazilian representative until now. So, us Brazilians were taking over. So, better be prepared for the Oscars. Then, for Best Actor, we're predicting Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo. I'm now thinking of, the SNL, the SNL, like, song that they did of, like, Sabrina Carpenter, where it was like, me Domingo. Yeah, Domingo guy. Domingo also means Sunday in Portuguese, for those who don't know. But Coleman Domingo is hopefully maybe being nominated for Sing Sing. Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Ooh. And then finally, what I have for you is that we're predicting for Best Supporting Actress would be Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande for Wicked, and Felicity. Ooh, I butchered that word. I know it. Jones for The Brutalist. So these, um, some of these are probably gonna be like official. Some of these are like, I don't know. But if anything, one the Oscars approach, if anyone wants, I will do like who's potential, like who I think should win, and what majority of like the population um thinks is most likely to win, sort of thing. I can do that, because I definitely want to explore more of the movies and just show really everyone how Queens works, because I think Queens has a lot of potential for the film industry itself. I know that it doesn't offer maybe like a placement like a different university could, but I personally love Queens because of its like research facilities and how it truly gets you exploring what like as in like the actual topic itself. Whilst others they would be like, oh here, just like they'll throw stuff at you and just expect you to be great. Whilst Queens they prepare you for every aspect, and then once you're ready, they get you going. But anywho, now now we have the most anticipated movies of 2025. Ooh. So I've gathered a little like from like every genre roughly on the most anticipated movies that everyone's eager to go watch. And I've also put a date for you guys, so you can definitely not miss. So, for action, we have another Marvel movie coming out, Captain America Brave New World, coming out on, Valentine's Day, February 14th. Girls, if your boyfriend or women, if your boyfriend, fiance, husband take you to go watch that, I think it's time to rethink. I'm joking. Don't rethink anything. I swear I'm joking. But I've actually never watched the Captain America movie. I was always more into either Spider-Man, or if it's not Spider-Man, it would be Thor. But you can't blame me when it comes to Thor. And when I say Spider-Man, I mean Andrew Garfield. That's literally it. Like, I will go watch those movies. Easy peasy. I probably would intrigue to go watch. It depends on, like, the superhero, though. Because some, I'm like, off of you. But anyway. Then we have Mission Impossible. The Final Reckoning. Now, this is another Tom Cruise one. Tom Cruise, when are you ready to retire? Because I know it's a bit harsh for me to say, but my mom's obsessed with Tom Cruise. I can't deal with her going on and on about Tom Cruise. She was obsessed with Top Gun growing up, and like she would always sing "Take My Breath Away," which I had to always translate because she was like, I actually didn't know what the lyrics were when I was younger, and I was like, would you care to know? She was like, no, I'm scared. But yeah, my mom will probably be in the cinema on May 23rd. And then we have Jurassic World Rebirth, which I know most of us are going to go there for one reason and one reason only, and that's Jonathan Bailey. I don't blame yous. I love Jurassic World. Don't get me wrong. I love Jurassic World. But I'd be going there for two reasons. For dinosaurs and for Jonathan Bailey. Too bad he's a guy. Oh well. For superhero or comic book, We had the Fantasy Four First Steps. Never heard. It's coming out on July 25th. And Thunderbolts coming out on May 2nd. I haven't heard of these. I haven't seen the trailer. They might come out soon. But anyway, for sci-fi and fantasy, we have Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is coming out December 19th. Ooh, that's gonna be a long way. But I also remember reading this movie is meant to be like 3 hours long. And I remember when I didn't watch the first one. I know. I'm really bad. I haven't watched the first one, but I skipped on to watch the second one. And my friend was like, "You were probably very lost um while you were watching that movie." I was like, "Not really." I think it's because the film student in me. Like I think as a film student, I know how to analyze better like a plot. So, because like most plots are just predictable, I would say. Um, so it's very rare I come across a movie that I think, oh wait, that's not how I thought that movie was gonna end. Actually, there was a movie I had watched and I can't remember now at the top of my head. I can't remember what I had watched that I thought it was gonna be like one way, and it didn't. And like I was completely taken by surprise, and it made me watch throughout the whole entire thing. Well, sometimes when I predict it, I just tend to watch halfway, and I'm like, I just know what's gonna happen next. Like it's a predictable uh plot. What was it? It's gonna bug me now that I that I've mentioned it. I think of nah. I won't know. I won't know, and I won't waste time just like staring into space, wondering. But anyway, then we have Wicked Part Two coming out on November 21st. I will be there. I will definitely be there. I actually only know the songs from the first act, which is weird and funny. But I'm gonna try and not listen to anything, even from like the Broadway show. I'm not gonna try and listen to anything until Wicked for Good comes out. Though I am terrible. I wasn't gonna. I was gonna wait for like a surprise to say what the second movie comes out and all, but I couldn't contain myself and I ended up reading what happens in Act Two. I'm quite pissed that I didn't leave it, but I won't spoil it for you because you need it. Then we have horror slash thriller. We have 20 years later and the untitled Conjuring finale. So, oh, sorry, I didn't tell you dates. Oh, pardon me. So the 28 years later is coming out June 20th, and the untitled Conjuring final finale is coming out February 5th. Now, for family and animation, this is our last category. For family and animation, we have Zootopia 2 coming out November 26th. I didn't think they were gonna make a Zootopia 2. I'm curious to know how that will go, simply because I'm like, Disney, like you're not doing as well. Oh, talking about Disney, guys. If you have not seen the Snow White trailer, I don't recommend it. Like personally, I don't want to go see it. And the fact that it's like close, like the release date is close to my birthday. No, it's not happening. I don't know. It's not like I'm not like as in I don't know, something is completely off about this whole Snow White thing. I think they're trying to become more modern, whilst I don't like that personally. I don't think they should change like a good original story. It's basically like taking Little Red Riding Hood for example, but Little Red Riding Hood is, I don't know, like the wolf, and then and the granny's a wolf, and then like like it's something stupid. I don't know. It's just Disney, you were great. I loved you when I was growing up, but right now you're lacking. Wait like 3, 4 years that I'm done this course so that I can join you and like make better movies. But until then, please take a hold. Just make movies from your like parks, honestly. And then, right, for finally, we have How to Train Your Dragon live action. Now, I will talk very briefly about this one here because I have a lot of opinions. I love this movie. I love the trilogy. I love the series. I love absolutely everything about this series. And I think the fact that most of it was based off either here, if you didn't know, this whole movie, this whole franchise was based off in Ireland about the Vikings. And yeah, you've got the Scottish people, like as in it's a combination. But it's just the fact that the whole movie was filmed here. And I know I am going to be the first one to enter that movie. And I know loads of people were talking about like, oh, how Toothless looks bad and how Hiccup doesn't look like as in like a nerd, like skinny. Honestly, first of all, to those who said that Toothless looks bad, after what we have seen from Snow White, and I'm not talking about Snow White, I'm talking about the dwarfs. What I have seen, Toothless is probably that Toothless resemblance that I saw, the photo that they released, the trailer and everything. That is probably the best thing, the closest thing they could have done. And honestly, I will not complain about it. Now, I understand that there are questions about the cast, mainly the girls. You've got the twins that don't look like twins at all. They don't look anything like the animation. You've got Astrid, who's not blonde. At least blonde. Come on. I don't know. I think when you love a franchise so much and it's your whole childhood, you want to protect it almost. I understand that, but I think I'm gonna wait until I actually watch this movie to actually say, because I was reading I saw an interview with the director and he said it doesn't matter what Astrid looks like. To them, they thought she has the best spirit of Astrid. So I can really, like, personally, I think I'm only going to be able to tell through her performance. And like they said, like I remember them saying how back in the day you would have mixed, races. You'd have Swedish people. You would have all like people all over the world, and we shouldn't limit that to the character itself. Now I get it. I personally like as in I grew up watching and just ever imagine. Yep, Astrid is blonde. Done, done, and done. Hiccup's meant to look like this. The twins are meant to look like that. I don't remember roughly what Snotlight and Fish Legs look like, but I think they're like in a way the most looking from the actual characters. I can't remember, but I will definitely be heading to the cinemas to go watch that. Now, we're coming to nearly the end, but of course, I will always give you a little music session. So, I'm gonna play 5 songs. 3 of these, I know it's actually shocking to me how the first 3 songs are 10 years old this year. Wow. Like it's made me feel old. It's made me feel very old. But I'm not gonna tell you, like I always do. I'm being a wee bit mean today. I'm going to play it and then I will, if you have not heard any of these songs, where have you been your whole life? If you have not heard these songs, you have not been born. or you've just been born. And your parents will introduce you to these songs through this lovely podcast. But anyway, here's a song turning 10. And repeat, 10 years old. I'm 18. What the hell? I was 8 years old when this came out. Here you go.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say that time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home.
That's right, guys. Hello from Adele, is 10 years old. I could not believe it whatsoever. Now I'm gonna play you another song. And it's a very popular one indeed.
This shit that ice cold, Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. And my band bout that money, break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Tricks say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bout that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
Yep, that's right. Uptown Funk. Will you believe it? 10 years. Wow. Like, absolutely. Wow. Yeah. You know, I loved Uptown Funk. I remember in P7, we had this thing called the B Factor, because my school started with a B. And it was basically like the X Factor. And two guys literally performed this, and literally makes me feel so old because that's how long that song has been out. What? Wow, 10 years, no up, 10 years of your life, Uptown Funk. But, here's another song, turning 10 years old this year. I absolutely love this song, because I was obsessed with the franchise. I'm still obsessed with the franchise. I know that some people don't tend to like it. I personally wasn't too much of a fan of it, not like when I first listened to it. But then I got into the franchise, so then I got into the song, so I understood. But yeah, I was also very confused when like you just randomly had people, you just randomly had like people in cars, and you're like, wait, is this like part of a movie? And that's how I started watching the movie. But anyway, here we go.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong, and what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Don't let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
guessed it. It is See You Again by Wiz Khalifa. Oh my god, if I pronounced that right, I'm so sorry. Featuring the one and only Charlie Puth. Yep, that was a song written for the franchise Fast and Furious. I know I probably don't seem like the type to watch that movie, but I'm obsessed with every movie possible. I will always be down to binge watch all of them. I am still waiting for the final movie, because the last movie was like released 2 years ago, and it was meant to be released last year, but they postponed it to this year, and I haven't heard nothing since, and I need to know how it ends. So yeah, directors, if anyone is listening and likes Fast and Furious and you agree with me, please hurry up. But anyway, I'm gonna play 2 more songs. Unfortunately, that'll be us. But this song has turned 20. Yeah, we're going up. This song has officially turned 20 this year. And I wonder if you can guess it.
Here's the thing, we started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone, you're dedicated, you took the time. Wasn't long till I called you mine. Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone, and all you'd ever hear me say is how I picture me with you. That's all you'd ever hear me say. But since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, how can I put it? You put me on. I even fell for that stupid love song. Yeah, yeah. Since you've been gone, how come I never hear you say, I just wanna be with you? Guess you never felt that way. But since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, you had to change, you blew it. Out of sight, out of mind. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Again and again and again and again. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. So moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. I can't breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get. You should know that I get what I want. Since you've been gone, since you've been gone, since you've been gone.
Yep. Kelly Clarkson. Wow. Just saying, she looked completely different. And like, as in, she's still pretty all the way. But every time I think of that song, I think of Pitch Perfect. The audition clip. I love it. I literally love it so much. Or if anyone's seen, since now Kelly Clarkson, she has her own show, and Anne Hathaway was on her show, and they were doing like a music battle, and Kelly kept she kept like messing up or like not knowing the songs, and then she was like, "Oh, please put a song that I know," and then they put on that song, and Anne Hathaway got it, and then she just like collapsed on the floor because she was like, "Are you serious? Like, I didn't even know my very own song." I loved it so much. But this will be the final song of this episode, and it has been 20 years. Personally, I thought it was much older. I know, I'm terrible, but here is the final song.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk up. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Till then I walk alone. I'm walking down the line that divides me somewhere in my mind, on the borderline of the edge and where I walk alone. Read between the lines, what's fucked up and everything's alright. Check my vital signs and know I'm still alive, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk up. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Till then I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk up. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Till then I walk alone.
You heard that right. It was Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. Now, I personally did not know this song until an old friend of mine. He liked Green Day at the time and told me, "Oh, you would like this song," and I was like, "Okay," because I'm always open to like new artists, new genres, just listening to music in general. And I heard that song and I was like, "Oh, I really like that. Like that's really fun. Like it's a really fun song." I also like American Idiot. To those who don't know, I also do like American Idiot. It's a good song. But anyway, we have come to an end of this episode. So long, farewell. This is Maria at the mic signing off.